Hey guys, so I'm just showing you, getting all packed up. I gotta check out in a little while. I'm still charging my charger here. Cannot forget this, or what I'm holding in my hand, which is my phone. So this hotel room was actually pretty nice, all things considered. There was a lack of a refrigerator, and I wasn't too happy about that. But other than that, things were okay. There's this real fancy TV here, and like it changes what it says at different times of day. Like now it's saying "Bon voyage, Wendy. Thank you for staying." I think that's a subtle way of reminding you to get the hell out of the room. Yeah. So, what else am I thinking of? The internet hasn't been good enough to even do live streams most of my visit here, or to use the internet much at all. I've been able to upload some videos to YouTube. I haven't taken a lot of photos, and I thought I was going to take a lot more photos. Hello, everybody. Anyway, this is my Student 6 shirt I'm going to wear today. I felt like I wasn't quite as excited this time, and maybe it's because of the new hotel, and this hotel doesn't have a lot of nostalgia for me yet, but maybe in a few years it'll start to kind of build on me. Let me see if I can switch the camera around. Yes, it's 7:59. All right. Oh, there we go. Hello. So basically, there were some things that were a little disappointing, and I'm not going to really get into a whole lot of detail about that because some of my thoughts are a little un-PC, but there were some things that were really disappointing. One of them was apparently somebody put up a sticker like that referenced a racist artwork, and that's terribly disappointing. Why would somebody do that, I feel like at Brony conventions, you're supposed to be able to come here, and you're supposed to be able to feel safe and, feel included and all that. And the fact that somebody would post up a sticker like that, I know they're probably not very mature in their minds, and they're probably just, that was my alarm to wake up, but I'm already up and already packed, so I'm doing pretty good, huh? But what I was trying to say is, people that do things like that are not very inclusive. Before I came to the convention, there was this person posting on Twitter talking about how he wanted to bully conservative bronies, and I'm just thinking, man, you have no idea what conservatism is. It's more loving and more inclusive than you could even think, but people just don't really understand. They see the media narrative of what a conservative is, and of course the media is run by a bunch of liberals, so of course they're going to portray us as being nasty, evil people, right, that hate everybody. It's just not true. And yeah, you get some redneck weirdos that think they're all macho and think they can, be nasty to people. But you get that kind of stuff in every group. I've seen some real nastiness from liberal people too, believe me. There was this one lady, and I used to be friends with her, I thought, and I really cared for this person. I really did. And one day she messaged me, and it was because I think I disagreed with her on something related to Obamacare or something. And she just went off on me on it, and like completely lost her crap, completely went berserk on me. And it's not like having it's not what I would consider to be a civil conversation between friends, and I would like to have civil conversations between friends where we both understand that at a basic level we're both good people, right? And that we both understand that, we're coming from a good place, even if we disagree on what to do, that at the end of the day, I would like to think that we'd still be friends, right? But no. So because I disagreed with her in regards to some topic about Obamacare, she messaged me and she said, well, it was actually something related to funding abortions, so that's a whole other topic that gets people upset. But anyway, she messaged me and she said, rot in your own filth. Hello? Aren't you supposed to be my friend? Hello? So that really hurt my feelings. And, it still bothers me because we had so much in common. I mean, we both loved animals. We both cared about people, about, disabilities. And, I felt like we had so much in common. We were both bronies. And yet, when it came to, we'd both been heavily bullied in school. We had a lot of things in common. I really cared for her. I really, enjoyed her company. I liked talking to her. She was really cute, when she cosplayed and stuff. And I don't know, I just had a great time hanging out with her. And all of a sudden it's rot in your own filth because I disagree with something. Hello? That's not the way you treat people. And, I feel like, to assume that just because I'm a conservative that I'm going to, that's how you need to treat me. I feel like that's just wrong. And there was somebody on Twitter who is attending this convention who basically said that conservative bronies need to be bullied. Well, that's not right. And there were a lot of people who responded and said, look, we don't need to be bullying people. Bronies are about love and inclusion and being kind to each other, not bullying. Hello. And how are you going to win anybody over to your side? How are you going to convince anybody that your way is the right way, or that you're right? If you want to bully people, if you want to be mean, that's not the way to do it. And I definitely don't try to, convince people to be on my side of things by bullying them and attacking them and making them feel bad about themselves. That's not how you reach people. And it's not how you treat other people, period. Yeah, we might disagree on a lot of things, but it doesn't mean that I hate you. It doesn't mean that, I think you're a bad person, at your heart. And, so I really feel like, if I'm putting myself out there and I'm being kind and gentle and inclusive and, just treating you like a human being, being kind to you and all that, I feel like I should get that back in return. There's some people who just have this thought in their mind that somehow everybody who's a conservative is the same thing as like an outright Nazi or something. Like they think if you see somebody walking down the street and they have like I don't know, one of those Mug Club mugs, or that's like wearing a Nazi armband, or or I know this is really triggering for a lot of people, okay, so forgive me for even saying this, but the person wearing the red hat that says Make America Great Again, I gotta tell you, 9 times out of 10, and probably more than that, they are not a Nazi, okay? So Nazis actually kill people, they torture people, I think there's even a story where like Mengele had sewn 2 kids together or something. That's what a Nazi does. A Nazi doesn't disagree with you about Obamacare, okay? A Nazi is actually evil, and we're not, generally speaking, actually evil, okay? So we don't, generally speaking, want to hurt people, okay? We're not, at least from where I'm coming from, I don't want to hurt you, okay? And I'm not out to get you, and I'm not some nasty person who wants to make you feel bad. So, I don't think most conservatives are that kind of person. Yeah, there's bad people, okay? And there's bad people in every group. And I'm not going to stand up for people who are nasty, who use things like the F word all the time, or, God forbid, the N word all the time. Those are not good people, okay? And I don't consider them part of what I'm part of, all right? And yeah, there are some really bad liberals too, okay? And you've got to admit that if you're honest with yourself. People who agree with violence to get what they want, you know, people who agree with eco-terrorism, you know, things of that nature. So yeah, there's bad people and there's good people, but that does not necessarily fall along liberal and conservative lines, okay? So you got to keep that in mind. So back to the convention. I was going to talk a little bit more about the convention. So the first day, you know, it was kind of a chill day and everything. There wasn't a whole lot going on. But I had fun and I had a good time. So I just kind of hung out. I went to opening ceremonies and I went to a couple of panels. But, you know, I think one of the things I really enjoyed was there was a pirate pony poetry thing. And this guy in there, he was dressed up like a pirate, and he was like, "Yar!" and you know, it was so dumb, but it was funny, and I enjoyed it, and so I'm glad he did it. And he had like some sea shanty music playing, and he was like, "Yar, everybody on my ship, how you've all got to write a poem," and so we would all write a poem, but it had to be pony related, right? So you know, like I wrote some poem about why Twilight Sparkle is the best pony, and then I wrote another one about, you know, making friends in the brony fandom. And so, you know, we all wrote one or two poems, and then we would go up to the front and read them, and that was just something fun to do. You know, it was a social thing, it was a bonding thing for, you know, the community. It was super fun. It wasn't a very big panel, but it was just fun and nice and sweet, you know. So yesterday there was a panel. It was called "Whose Line Is It Anyway?" And so the host would set up like a skit or something, and then some of the community guests, and I believe Claire Corlett was there, and they kind of got together and they were acting out the skits and things, and that was super fun to watch them. You know, it was like kind of a comedy thing where they would act out different scenarios and things, and it was super fun. Oh gosh, so that was great. I loved it. There was a panel yesterday, and I think this is one of the reasons I come to brony conventions. And this wasn't even that great of a panel, like it wasn't that entertaining or anything, but it was one of the things that I guess really explains why I come here. And so it was a panel. It was about comparing Generation 4 ponies, which is what most of us, you know, got us into the fandom and everything, to the Generation 5 ponies, which just came out with, we basically have one movie, and there's some stuff that's supposed to happen later this year. So we have Generation 5 ponies versus Generation 4 ponies. And I'm thinking, there's no way this is going to be a highly attended panel, because, I mean, what is there to compare? We've only got one movie, right? Versus like 10 seasons of a TV show. But I walk in there, and the room is packed with people. Wall to wall. And I'm thinking, here in this room are people like me who have an interest in the same thing I have an interest in, who watch this show, who watch these movies. Wall to wall of people that care about this. And that alone is amazing, because most of the time when you walk out in society, if they find out you watch it, they're like, "Ooh, what's wrong with that person? Why don't they grow up? Why are they still watching cartoons?" Or, you know, they'll be worse than that. They'll be like, "Ew, are you one of those people? One of those deviant people?" You know? So, yeah, people make weird assumptions about bronies, and most of them are only true for a very small percentage of the fandom. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to say they're absolutely not true, because we got some weirdos in this fandom. I'm not going to lie, okay? But I'm just going to say I think the majority of the fandom are fairly normal people. You know, we enjoy this for stress relief, community, whatever. But you know, most of us are not a bunch of deviants or weirdos. I mean, we're pretty normal people. But you know, people make assumptions and things, but you walk in this room, okay, wall to wall, front to back, side to side, full of people that care about comparing Generation 4 ponies to Generation 5 ponies. And I'm just thinking, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. I love it. It made me so happy to see that. You know, like, this is so cool. You know, and I know that, like, especially because I'm conservative, a lot of people here, they might not necessarily consider me a full part of their tribe, okay? But on some level, it's like, it's nice to have, in the secular world, some kind of tribe to belong to, you know. And I feel like, as much as anybody can, you know, I really fit in with these people, and it's just fantastic. That was really moving. I don't know, for some reason that particular panel, even though, like I said, it wasn't particularly entertaining because there's not a lot to talk about, but it was just really fantastic to see that. You know, it was more the fact that the room was packed and we were all interested in the same thing, and I'm just thinking, wow, this is great. Why can't there be more conventions, you know, especially in Texas? But this is what we have. So I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up. That's about all I wanted to say. I'm going to have to make sure I pack my charger over there, and that's just about it. I'm going to rest a little bit before I have to go and check out and everything, and I'll attend like maybe 2 more panels, and then I'm heading over to the DoubleTree to catch my Von Lane. You know, it's always sad at the end of a convention, but I felt like this was a good experience. I felt like everything was great. I met with some friends, so, you know, it's good. I would have liked to have an actual meetup where I went out with friends this time too, because I've done that pretty much every other convention, and nothing really got organized this time, but maybe next time. And I've told them before, look, yeah, I can't eat the food when we go to a restaurant, but I can still go and hang out with you. So I hope nothing happened and then, like, I just wasn't invited because they know I can't eat. But it's kind of hard to know that. But I did say, look, I can go and hang out with you guys, and I would like to do that. So, like, if anything goes on in the future, please invite me, because yeah, I'll sit with you, I'll chat. You know, I might order a coffee like I did the last time. All right, bye bye guys. See you later. I love you. Bye.